Hey, this is Kai at the Thrifting channel. And hello, how are you? Okay, hold on. There, I turned off my car. I am currently sitting outside of a thrift store. It looks like I'm parked crooked too. Anyhow, waiting for it to open. I know I wasn't going to go thrifting for another week, but it is President's Day. So I thought I would come by to see if they had any really good sales. And as I sit here, notice that the lot is filling up. What I wanted to talk to you about today, get my other phone, is something that I've had on my mind for a while. And one of the things that I noticed on YouTube is that there are very few YouTubers that, I don't want to say we all do the same thing, but I'm trying to think outside of the box with what I do and what I present to you. So this time, I am, first of all, if you continue to follow my channel, will go, I don't know why this lady isn't doing a movie review channel. Well, um, maybe I will one day. But right now, I want to talk to you about something super important that I think a lot of resellers miss. And the reason that they miss it, again, is because we all do something similar. We all go thrifting. We all pick out the brands. We all talk about what sold. But we don't talk about a lot outside of that circle. I know people talk about plushies and collectibles and things like that. But do we talk about looking out for those in the future? I don't think so. I've not heard anybody do this, so I'm going to do it. In about another week and a half, one of the biggest movies of the year is coming out. At first, as much as I'm into it, I'm really into it. I wasn't excited about it, but here's why I'm excited about the Batman. Okay, I'm neither here or there with Robert Pattinson, so I'm going to tell you that I'm going into talking about films, which I will correlate with everything. Let me tie it all up in a bow for you toward the end. But I wasn't excited about Robert Pattinson. I really wasn't excited about Zoe Kravitz either. I'm like, okay, Batman and Catwoman. Okay, updated. Okay, great. Oh, okay. So we have Colin Farrell. Okay, great. And Paul Dano. Can I just say that Paul Dano is the scariest mofo? He's one of the scariest mofos out there, actors. He scares me. Like, I would not want to be near him in a classroom or like in an empty hall in a school. Paul Dano scares me. He scares me along the lines because the way he was in Let There Be Blood. If you've ever seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. The whole milkshake thing. Anyhow, Paul Dano is a truly scary. And when I realized that he was cast in this, I was like, okay, all right, the Batman, bring it on. So then, of course, you go to the movies and you see the trailers for it. The color scheme, the red and the black, kind of ominous, very different from the normal black and yellow that we see in Batman, or black and like neon. So we're going to a dark thing, I guess. And so it looks really good. But what really sold me on the whole thing was Paul Dano, scary AF, and then the score. If you guys are movie geeks out there like me and you've heard, you can go right now on YouTube, because Warner Brothers has been releasing parts of the music from the film, and you've heard it in the trailers, but you haven't heard the extended versions of them, and it's beautiful. So, scary Paul Dano, extremely amazing score music that I can't wait to hear on the speakers. So those two things. I'll take Robert Pattinson too. I did like him in Tenet. Tenet's one of my favorite movies of all time. So what I'm rambling on about is that we need to be on the lookout for anything Batman right now, anything Batman related. And I'm not just talking about Batman clothing or t-shirts or plushies or whatever. I'm really kind of talking about also what other fashions that Chloe or Zoe, I'm sorry, Chloe Kravitz, that Zoe Kravitz wears in the film. So we know she has a cat suit, obviously. So if you run into anything cat suit looking when you're in your thrifting, I would pick it up. I think that this is going to have some impact. I think this movie is going to have some impact on fashions and what sells, and especially around Halloween, if not spring and summer. I'm not really sure about the male fashions. They look kind of standard to me. But you guys know, like, there's whole entire channels on YouTube dedicated to what James Bond wears, right? So if you guys are in tune with films and fashion like that, you guys got to realize that there's money there. There's money in film fashions. So there we go. So excuse me, I'm looking forward to going in this thrift store when they open and finding some black cat suit looking clothing or very fitted clothing, kind of like what's going to be in the Batman. So you can also go back and look at the trailers and see what she wears. I know she's wearing a wig in one scene. Just look at the trailers, but I think it'll be really exciting film, and I think I will go on with the rest of the movies after this video. I don't want to make this one too long because it's about ready to open, but that's what I'm thinking about, and what I think about a lot are films and the fashions in films and how that affects my reselling. So here I am tying it all up for you guys. So we have the Batman coming out next, like the big thing, and then that is definitely, in my opinion, going to affect clothing styles for the spring and what should be bought or looked at. So yeah, check out the Batman, and I will come back next time, because after the Batman we have a couple of movies coming out. Of course, Marvel and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which looks amazing, and I will get into the fashions, not the costumes, but the fashions in that film, and we'll talk about that next time. But this is Kai at the Thrifting Channel, and there's 2 thrifters going in the store. I better catch up. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you next time.